In this video, we are going to extend our understanding of basic counting principle to other areas such as dice rule. Now, when a single standard six-sided die is rolled, how many ways can you roll an even number or a number greater than 5? So here is a question, and then we want to use our counting principle. So how do we go about this? When rolling a single standard six-sided die? How many ways can you roll an even number or a number greater than 5? How can you do that? Here, are we to apply the addition principle or the multiplication principle? Now, a critical look at this question, you can not use only the addition principle. And even if you can use the addition principle, there must be something you have to understand, because they are saying that we have even numbers under consideration here, and then also a number greater than 5. A number greater than 5 on a die is 6. Now remember, 6 is also an even number. So in this case, you realize that in the second event, 6 can be found in the second event, and in the first event too, we can still have 6 as an even number. Therefore, 6 is overlapping, it's extending into the two events. So how do we go about such scenario? In this scenario, we use a two-set problem scenario. Where a two-set problem, you realize that anytime you have a two-set problem question, A union B is equal to the cardinality of A minus the cardinality of A intersection B plus the cardinality of B, minus if there is any complement. If there is a complement set, then you give that complement and you include that complement set too, because that complement set will form minus. Yes, so then if there's any complement, you have to subtract that complement, because that complement set or that complement number forms part of the universal. So the union of the two sets plus the complement gives the universal set. So that is it. So basically, anytime you have an instance or a scenario where there's a number that extends in or that can be found in the two events, you use this formula. So let's see how we can apply that. So this is a typical example. So we call this type the inclusion-exclusion principle. We use the inclusion-exclusion principle. So it means that it is included and then it is excluded. What do I mean? It means that when it comes to it is not, it can be found in any of the two events. That is what is meant by inclusion and then exclusion principle. So basically, as I said, so here they have used, so we have the two events, so A union B. So you can also see that you can also use this as A union B. As I said previously, A or B is the same as A union B. It's equal to the cardinality of A. That's the first event. How many? Cardinality means the number of members in that particular set, the number of members. So the cardinality of A and then the cardinality of B minus the cardinality of A intersection B. So here you realize that the cardinality of even is 3, because we had 2, 4 and then 6, and then the cardinality of also the number of greater than 5. The number of greater than 5 value is also 1, because it only says that it's greater than 5 on the die. And then we have where the A and B where they are combined. So even, and then when a number that is even and then also greater than 5 is also 1, the cardinality is 1, which is 6. So in this case, so we have this illustrating the whole concept. So this actually deals with second two-set problem, a two-set problem, and we can go ahead and then substitute. So we can go ahead and substitute. So since we know this, we know that the cardinality of the even is 3, then we also have the cardinality of the number greater than 5 is also 1, then minus minus that, and then it's equal to 3 ways. So also, this is also very important. Anytime you have examples that involves numbers that overlap, you try and then employ this method. Just use the two-set problem method. Here there is no complement set, so you don't have to include the complement section. You only have to use the union. We are talking about the union, and that you take the cardinality of the first event and then the cardinality of the second event, and then subtract the number of members that are found in the two, and that's where you're good to go. So areas that involve inclusion exclusion principle under the basic counting principle, this is the method to use. Thank you very much for watching. Let's meet in the next video to continue. Bye.